Another event that united all Ugandans since independence 56 years ago, without regard to their political, ethnic or religious identity, was John Akii-Bua's Olympic world record. In 1972, with a population of barely 9 million, few Ugandans would expect their poor African country to beat the world in any feat of modern endeavor. And then, without warning, a young policeman from Lango broke the record of the world's most technical and complicated athletics event, the 400 meters hurdles. Not only did John Akii-Bua break the world record at the Munich 1972 Summer Olympics, he also became the first human being ever to finish the race under 48 seconds, clocking 47.82 at the finishing line. It was the first time for Uganda's national anthem to play at the Olympics and its flag to fly highest. But how did Akii-Bua do it, and where did he come from? Born at the end of 1949 in a polygamous family of 43 children, Akii-Bua started running early and was barely out of his teens when he represented Uganda in the 1970 Commonwealth Games in Scotland, but did not even win a medal, finishing fourth. But Akii-Bua and the British trainer Malcolm Arnold knew that the 6'2" boy was set for the greatest achievement. James Bakama, a veteran sports journalist and commentator, explains.
What makes John Akii-Bua outstanding? I think for starters, he was Uganda's first Olympic gold medalist. That was in 1972 at the Munich Olympics. But again, even more important, Akii-Bua won a gold medal in world record time. That was 47.82 seconds. That actually made him the first human being to run under 48 seconds. That in itself was also really outstanding. Then, maybe to put this a bit into context, because you might mention a time 47.82 seconds and people maybe just take it for granted, but that was very fast. Because if you look at that time, and the times being run today, almost 50 years later, Akii-Bua would still win a medal in many of the races being run today, many of them featuring actually the best 400-meter hurdlers that we have today.
By mid-1972, the future world champion was ready. In fact, Akii-Bua broke the world record one time during training, but they kept it a secret.
I remember speaking to Akii-Bua's coach, Malcolm Arnold, when he came here some 10 years back. And he said that Akii-Bua actually broke the record in a training session in Wankurukuku. That was before the team left for Munich, but they preferred to keep it secret.
Between Scotland 1970 and Germany 1972, Akii-Bua underwent the most rigorous training that involved running many hours while wearing a 7-kilometer lead vest. The 400 meters hurdles race is the most complicated race in athletics. Akii-Bua, like other top runners, knew the exact number of strides he would run between every 2 hurdles from start to finish. Although he was well prepared, Akii-Bua suffered a bad toothache and had to undergo an extraction within days of the final race. But he went ahead and completed anyway, and he won. It was unexpected, and he became an instant world sensation. If it was today, when games are so commercialized, he would have become an instant millionaire. All the same, he was well rewarded in Uganda by President Idi Amin, promoted in the police force and given a house in the Kamocha suburb of Kampala. A prime road in Kampala's upscale Kololo was named after him, so was the stadium in his hometown of Lira. Akii-Bua did not get the chance to defend his record. The 1976 Montreal Olympics and the 1980 Moscow Olympics were boycotted by African countries on grounds of non-alignment in the Cold War between the West and the East. Akii-Bua was replaced by American Eddie Moses as world 400 meters hurdles champion. Eddie Moses held the record for many years and retired into an anti-doping activist. He visited Uganda to pay homage to Akii-Bua's memory, a man he admired so much much but never had a chance to compete with. Akii-Bua died in 1997 at the age of 47. He was honored by a special sitting of the Parliament of Uganda. It took 40 years after Akii-Bua's win before Uganda could win another Olympic gold through Stephen Kiprotich, who won the marathon at the London Games of 2012. Now hopefully the next Olympic gold won't take that long. In our next episode of Independent Uganda's Unifying Events, we look at the fall of Uganda's third president, Idi Amin.